And I keep waiting for this happily ever after to start, but it's not starting.
Gypsy's story is the darkest, most disturbing coming-of-age story I've ever heard. The casting process for Gypsy, you've got to find somebody who just blows you away.
Gypsy seems so well-spoken and in a way kind of plucky, in a way that you wouldn't necessarily expect of a very ill child.
Then when Joey came in, we just sort of all looked at each other and we were like, oh, that's her, that's Gypsy.
First, the audition came to me, and I had read the script of the first episode, and I was like, oh my God, this is insane. And I kind of just dove into like some research on this story a little bit more. A lot of the home videos is what was super interesting to me, because you could see her performing when she was around her mom.
Put a smile on that clean face. Oh.
I would fall asleep sometimes with headphones on with interviews of Gypsy playing so that I could just fall asleep and it'd be like in my head.
My mom already is my best friend.
I wanted the voice to be a lot more childlike when she was around Dee Dee, because that's how she got what she wanted with Dee Dee, the manipulation.
Can I have that necklace, please?
Really?
Yeah, really, please.
When you listen to Gypsy now, her voice is still deeper than when it was when she was like 19. So I wanted to show a progression of time through her voice. So as each episode went on, as the years would jump, I would slowly and very slightly lower it a little bit.
Lacey, can we be friends?
What?
You heard me. I'll just get another one.
From the beginning, it's very much a typical Munchausen by proxy relationship. Dee Dee's in control, Gypsy is not.
Mothers have that control. Children just trust them. It's harder to just decide to betray your mom, especially when you're in the kind of cloistered relationship that Gypsy was with her mom. When she says her mom is her best friend, she believes that.
My mom needs me.
It's so scary being mentally imprisoned, because as much as she wanted to break away from the shackles that her mom created for her, she knows nothing else. I do need a feeding tube. I need my head shaved, otherwise it's just gonna fall out on its own.
Gypsy was amazing to create this character from the beginning in the inception when we shaved her head, to watch Joey transform into this helpless character and bring it to life. The dedication that she has is unbelievable. And then to create these looks with the wigs, they wanted to make sure that the wigs didn't look authentic because of the character, that they were set in a certain area from a certain socioeconomic background.
How about a nice red wig? A girl can do a lot with a red wig. Oh, I don't have enough for that.
There were a couple elements that really added to the Gypsy character. We had 4 sets of teeth for Gypsy, different stages of decay.
That's a challenge for the actress, just because you've got a foreign object in your mouth. You have to go from speaking normally and all that to having a prosthetic in and incorporating that into your portrayal of the character.
Oh, Gypsy Rose, you're beautiful.
You get really involved in the research, or at least I do. And I was able to go to someone's home, and she changed her daughter's feeding tube so the makeup artist and I could see how it really happens.
Joey does not have a hole in her stomach, so we had to recreate that with prosthetics and with the actual feeding tube elements to make it look like she was actually having a feeding tube taken from her stomach.
I always felt that Dee Dee didn't really see Gypsy as a daughter. She was always dressed, like a doll. You have a doll, you dress it, it doesn't matter, no one's gonna see it, but you. So it's what pleases you. We almost had to exasperate certain styles they had to drive that message stronger. Gypsy really, in her emancipation, changed the colors, but changed also the style. She started bringing elements of adulthood that she was not allowed to wear before. And that was what breaks a lot of this control that Dee Dee has over her.
Joey is a revelation. I think she just embodies Gypsy. You watch the videos of the real Gypsy, and and Joey is like channeling that.
You think that it's me? Why would you think that it's me? I have always loved my mom. My mom and I are best friends.